Well, the story starts, it was the last day of a 7-day hunt in Kansas. A morning that I was going to that stand, I had spotted this buck on an open fence line next to a cut bean field on my way to the stand. And it was just at daybreak, and I could barely make out the deer's figure walking down the edge of the fence line, but because it was a low-cut bean field, he didn't have any cover. And I always put the EverCalm on my clothing, before I go out and hunt. Because in Kansas, it's a windy situation, as most people that hunt Kansas understand. And especially in the area that I was hunting was, slightly rolling topography, and there's some washes and draws. Got up in my stand, got settled down, put a little EverCalm around the base of my tree just to diffuse any possible situations. And downwind of me, about 8:30 that morning, I'm scanning around, I'm not seeing anything out in front or the direction that the hill is that I typically see the deer move across. Here come a 10-point. Now he's nose to the ground, nose to the wind, he's tracking. And he's kind of hesitant and going back and forth and trying to decide what his next move's gonna be. And of course I let out a couple of grunts and some rattles and try to get his attention to draw him over my direction. So here we go to the next morning. This is the last morning of my 7-day hunt. The urgency for me to get on this deer was at hand. That morning I do my diligence, take my shower, scent-free products, put on my scent elimination undergarments, put on my hunting gear, spray down, put on my EverCalm. I made my way to my stand like I did several other times before. I sat there diligently for about an hour. So I grabbed my antlers, let my buck grunt. I do about a 20-second rattle grunt sequence. And literally by the time I hung up them horns, it wasn't 10 seconds later, I see a deer come off the hill. It was this monster. Jumped the fence, coming on the same path. That's the trail I walked in on. Remember, I had the EverCalm. Gets underneath my stand, there's some overhanging branches hanging down, protecting him from me. At that point, I drew my bow, and as soon as he cleared those branches, I did a grunt with my mouth. This deer locked up all four, like buried his hooves in the ground because something's up. I was already on target, hit my release, bam, arrow went home.